Oh, hello, 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 and welcome back to another thrilling episode of Topic of Conversation. We've got a fantastic show in line for you today. Just be excited about it, and I'm so excited because it changed now. Look, now it says this right here, this right here. Previously said something much more motivational. Um, I guess they decided it didn't need to be as motivational after all. No. I guess that's all right. It said something like, oh, there it is. Look at that. Wonder begets wisdom. And if I may just speak to that very briefly, you know, there are very few things that are learned in this world that were not first thought. It all started out with a thought of, hey, I wonder if, and then you move on to do something and you learn something from that thing that you've done. So I thought that was a fitting little thing there. Now, because our primary topic today is barriers and overcoming them, so how to overcome barriers. It's not like a how to. Like I'm not telling you how to do things. I'm the last person in the whole wide world who could tell you how to overcome things. I am a serial procrastinator and a serial start over, try again. So this is more of a conversation, just you know about it, ideas. Maybe we can get some input from people who do have some experience with that. Me, I'm I'm just here to facilitate the conversation, right? I'm no genius. I'm no scholar or a guru. I'm just one man. So we are joined today by Mr. Hawaiian Cobra. And at the present moment, he is not in studio. He will be shortly, though, I believe. So he should be back before you know it, before you even notice he's gone, right? So before he gets in, we may as well go ahead and go through our typical stuff, right? What is the topic of conversation? So, topic of conversation is our live podcast. We're going to be recording this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. New topic for each episode. Um, it's going to be posted as a podcast, of course, on Spotify as well as on what's the word I'm looking for? The word I'm looking for is YouTube. No, I said YouTube. Spotify. Did I say both of those? Spotify and YouTube is where our podcast is going to be uh, set up. So there are episodes 1 through 3 already there on each of those social or each of those platforms. Check it out. We had a great conversation with Mr. Almighty Senpai just the other day, just on Monday, about about a lot of different things, but the primary conversation was really surrounding motivation and self improvement types of things. So for some reason I'm feeling really focused on my microphone. That's because I'm sitting further away from it than I usually do. Yeah, so it is, of course, an interactive conversation. We hope to have as much interaction from you, the viewer, as possible. That way we can really get into the things that we're talking about. We do very much encourage participation, even so much to the point of we like recommendations on topics. What would you like to hear about? And what would you like to have a conversation about? If you do have suggestions, go ahead and send those over to the Creators Lounge online at gmail.com. We're also taking requests if you want to be a co host. So if you are interested in being a co host, go ahead and send an email over with why you'd like to be a co host and maybe a little bit about yourself. Also over to the Creators Lounge online at gmail.com. Speaking of the Creators Lounge is a place for creators. Right now, it is a networking, yeah, like a networking group, we can call it. Um, we're on Discord only. If you go down to the About Me section down at the bottom there, you're going to find a link to the Discord page. There are a few hoops that we make you jump through. Number one, we are going to ask you to introduce yourself. And of course, you do need to agree to our rules and choose a role. So it isn't just for creators. It isn't just for, I guess, content creators. It isn't just for gamers or streamers. It's a place where anybody who has a great idea, wants to become better at what they're doing, can get to know other people who are also trying to do the same thing. So you can go ahead and check that out and join the Creators Lounge. We would absolutely love to have you. As for this show tonight, as always, I do have to give the general disclaimer of the opinions which you're about to hear are the opinions of the people giving them and not necessarily of the Creators Lounge or of topic of conversation. That said, some things are true, some things may not be entirely true. If it sounds dangerous, don't try this at home or at all. And if it offends you, just don't listen to it. We are not 100% family friendly. You know, bad words do sometimes slip out of our mouths. So sorry about that in advance. And, you know, sometimes the conversation does get into adult topics. So be mindful of who you're watching the stream around or who you're watching the rebroadcast of the podcast around. And hopefully we can have some fun and we can all learn and grow from one another. Right, we are still Hawaiian Cobra-less. So I'll go ahead and start the conversation, by myself, I guess. I'm used to doing that, right? I'm flying solo today. But as always, we want to start out with trending topics on Google, right? So how am I supposed to know what everybody wants to talk about? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on my phone here over to my Chrome page, and we're going to talk about the trending topics on Google. Number one trending topic. And I don't know, maybe y'all know something about this. If you do, please put it in chat there and have a conversation. 2025 Social Security Cola increase. I wasn't aware that Coca-Cola or other colas in general were specifically included in Social Security benefits. But it's nice to see that people will be getting an increase on that because, Coca-Cola really makes the world go round. It tastes so good and refreshing. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag please sponsor me. Just kidding, just kidding. Let's look into this though. What do you say? We're gonna look up the very exact search that is on there. 2025. Social security cola increase. All right, let's see what we got here. If the music's too loud for you, just let me know. Hey, Survivor 101. The topic for today, we're going to be going into barriers and overcoming barriers. But first, we're going through some of the most popular searches that we've got on Google today. So we're looking at 2025 Social Security COLA increase. I don't know what it is. If you know what it is, okay. Adrian, you say you can't hear the music at all. That's what it sounds like. I'm gonna have to crank that shit up. See, words sometimes just fall. That's a weird niche. Notably, cola is getting increase. That is interesting, isn't it? I mean, maybe you were aware. Did you know anything about the Coca-Cola benefits? Cola benefits? I mean, I don't know if it's Coca-Cola. It could be RC Cola, now that I think about it. Okay. Well, look, they're starting to use COLA capitalized. That looks like an acronym to me. So what is that? Let's go to, you know what? Let's go straight to the source. Social Security Administration. Cost of living adjustment. All right. Well, that's significantly less interesting. Although for those of you who may be on Social Security, yeah, great increases on that. Why not? I mean, y'all paid into it, right? At the end of the day. If you ask me, Social Security is a scam. I mean, who told the government that they could take my money and save it on my behalf? I should say, save it on my behalf, because they're definitely not using it for other things. It's definitely only in an account that's never used for anything else. And if you believe that, I've got a bridge in the Mojave Desert to sell you. Actually, now I think about it, there might be bridges in the Mojave Desert. I've got beachside property in the Mojave Desert to sell you. All right, let's get into this real quick, right? Starting December of 2024, reduce. Oh, well, that's a reduction. I thought it was an increase. They said it was an increase. They're going to reduce the annual COLA by 1 percentage point. That means they're going to say that the cost of living is less expensive. A lake house, right? We'll put it this way. I've got a lake house somewhere where there isn't a lake. I've got beachfront property in a landlocked state. The point is, if you believe that, you'll believe anything. Here, let me take your money. Can you hear the music now? Or is it just me? Maybe I've got it set up not how I think I do. I've got it coming through, but it may not be. Simply is the most interesting man in the world. Did you get the wink? With a wink and a smile. It must be routed wrong. I think I'm an idiot and don't know what the hell I'm doing. So that makes a lot of sense. How about now? Can you hear it now? It's all of a sudden just like ripping. Still nothing. It's turned up. It's showing on my monitors. So yeah, there it is. Now I got to turn it down. So actually, I had routed it differently, but I thought it was specifically for recording purposes because I don't want it to be in the VOD. What I did before. Well, now you can't hear it again. There it is. Sick. Hopefully it makes you feel like you're inside of Tron. Right. All right, so starting December 2024, reduce the annual COLA by 0.5 percentage points. Compute the COLA using chained version of the consumer price index for wage and salary workers. We estimate this new computation will reduce the annual COLA by about 0.3 percentage points on average. See, but doesn't that mean, like, if the cost of living is lower, doesn't mean that they're going to pay out less? Maybe we should read on. I don't know any of this mumbo jumbo. I'm not going to spend more than another 60 seconds on it, I'll tell you that much. What's all this stuff? Memoranda containing this or a similar provision. This looks like senators that are signing on to it. I would assume. I don't want to open up your stupid PDFs. Why am I even on this site? Now the government's tracking me again. Well, welcome back to the no-fly list. Well, there you have it. So that's COLA. So once again, the top trending search on Google is the absolute least interesting thing in the entire world. So, lucky us. Lucky us. They never stopped. What? The FBI was like, hey, so you're good to go now. NSA, they stopped following you. And how do we know this? Because we're a different agency. Well, we overheard, talking around the water cooler that you're welcome back on the no-fly list. A trap can be more obvious, I think. I like to think of myself as a rather astute fella. I'll be honest, I was really hoping to learn a little bit more about Coca-Cola. I actually read something about Coca-Cola the other day because they were talking about how it started and how it was originally a medicine derived from the coca plant. Hence coca, and so it was coca and the cola nuts, so They use this for like stomach ailments and whatnot. So very interesting. It would have made a lot of sense if they kind of kept that going. A lot of people, and especially non-Americans, will say that American soda tastes like medicine, and apparently it is medicine. So yeah, there's that. Anyway. All right, well, that was boring. That was boring and a waste of time. Let's see what's next. July, wait for it, snowfall in Philadelphia Airport. I don't know about this. What do y'all think about that? That's July snowfall in... I'm gonna spell this wrong because I'm dumb. Whoa, that's weird. It is. Philadelphia Airport. I gotta make sure that's spelled correctly too. Oh, it's Phila, not Philly. I always assume because they call it Philly, you know, Philadelphia. Yeah, snowfall. All right, sounds like Senpai knows something about this. Welcome to the stream, Senpai. Thanks for your input there. Snow reported at Philadelphia International Airport in the middle of July. Our house, our snow, in the middle of July. I could see that happening in Florida. Snowfall. You know what I just thought of? I'm sorry, I'm here. Oh, are you here? I'm checking in on you. I don't see you, so.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm here.
I can hear you. Yeah, everyone can hear you. In fact, you're on live. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the one, the only, the deadliest snake in Hawaii, Hawaiian Cobra. Welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody.
Ooh, I got you.
I apologize. I was talking to the chief of the state sheriff's department.
Ooh, big top secret stuff, or did we get to know about it?
No. You remember that raid I was telling you about?
The raid.
The one on the gambling house.
I can't say I remember that. When were we talking about it?
I sent you the article. It was like maybe a month ago.
Gotcha. There he is. There's his beautiful mug. All right.
Good Lord.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah. Yeah.
My head.
Everyone.
My head's gone.
Yeah. So anyways, the tip of your hat there.
He came down to thank me in person for the assistance, so it was kind of interesting. First for me.
Well, that's nice of him.
Yeah. Normally people don't care.
Were you like, well, I didn't vote for you?
You don't vote, I think, for the sheriff here.
Is that right? Okay.
At least
it's
I
definitely
never have.
An elected position. Oh my goodness. Pablo says hello. Dude, I have not seen that one in a hot minute. Thank you for bringing Pablo into this, Adrian. I love that. So we were talking about snow in Philadelphia in July.
I've never seen snow, so I don't know what to say about it.
You've never seen snow? You're right. Probably the wrong person to bring that up for.
Yeah, a little bit.
I want to crank your volume up a little bit because I can't hear you very well. And I got to turn this music down on my end.
All right.
Oh, look at that. You can actually see it on the stream. That's embarrassing. Nope, yeah, also okay. Embarrassed. There we go. Whew, we got back there.
I'm all over the place.
You're all over the place.
I'm here. Now I'm there.
I'm here. And I'm there. All right, Cobra, you know the snow cones. That's a good point. You do know the snow cones.
We call that shaved ice, but I call it ice shave.
Yeah, no,
I'm not going to get into that debate.
It's the same the kind, bruh.
Yeah, but the kind, you know the kind. You know what I mean?
Like snow cones shaving.
Better watch your mouth. I'll bust your face. Would you like your ears in their present position?
Hey, do me a favor. Talk a little bit more.
All right. How am I coming through? Broken and stupid?
No. You sound fine. I just want to make sure the audio is okay on this end. It's coming obnoxiously on my end, but it's just my setup, and I don't want to turn the music down so far that everyone else can't hear it. But I need to be able to hear you so we could actually have a conversation.
As long as we can have that conversation, I'm good. Oh, I'm gone. I'm back.
There we go. That's much better. All right. Uh, so yeah, we're just getting into topic number 2, which is, the most searched for topics on Google. So that's this snowfall here in Philadelphia. It looks like it was reported a day ago, but we're gonna take a look at the news. Who do you think we should listen to? Who do you trust the least? CBS, New York Post, Yahoo Finance. Why is Yahoo Finance getting in on this? Newsweek, Philly Voice. You know what? I like local voices. Let's go. Here we go. Traces of snow observed. Okay. So somebody that was probably high as a kite was like, "It's snowing!" And everyone's like,
I,
"Oh,
I,
somebody said they saw snow." So let's
I do
put it
have
in
a
the news.
question.
Yeah.
If you see snow, is it either there or it's not? We just that doesn't make fucking sense to me.
Well, I mean, when they say trace, I assume you see like it's on the ground, like it accumulates on the ground. But like Adrian's saying, no accumulation, which maybe I don't know, frost. It's not high desert. Like high desert's gonna get like frosted and ice overnight. Yeah, even in the summertime.
Yeah,
Philly got
maybe part of the
zombie land IRL. Is that right? Are they? Is that like a fentanyl thing? Isn't it fentanyl that's doing the zombie stuff, or that's that new thing,
I
that
thought it
other
was
one?
bath salts.
So,
That's what they called it.
is that right? I don't know. Oh,
Yeah.
fentanyl. Adrian's confirmed it's fentanyl. He would know though.
Thank you for being an expert on the topic.
Yeah, Adrian, I really
Appreciate you.
appreciate your expertise of drug use and lingo. That's not a endorsement for drug use. Neither by
No, no,
myself
please
nor
never do drugs.
the
Uh,
creators on. Just don't ever do drugs unless no, just don't. All right.
Yeah, no, just don't.
All
It's
right, so
not worth it.
let's see. Okay, so look, so it's amid a heat wave, right? So National Weather Service recorded hail. Oh, that's stupid. Okay. It it recorded hail, and because it counts as frozen precipitation, the thunderstorm passed through the area Sunday afternoon. So, okay, hail's going to come down because it gets frozen way up there in the sky, right? And then it's still frozen by the time it hits the ground. I remember that both the bath salt thing, like it was yesterday. Yeah, what about the Tide Pods? That was your people. Sorry.
Somebody made a drink called the Tide Pod shot.
Oh, I saw that.
And
You sent me that.
yeah, that
Yeah, that looked like
like not gonna
death
lie,
in a
that looked
little.
pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Senpai, I've missed you,
Adrian's
you
like,
beautiful bastard.
bath salts are so 2012. Okay, so this is BS. It wasn't actually snow, it was hail. These guys are idiots and made a whole lot of something out of nothing. Typical, right? Typical. Look, it's right here. It's in the news. Everybody making something out of nothing. I not okay with that. I don't know how Cobra is on that. I'm not sure where he stands. What do you think, bud? I'm trying
Look,
to make it
I'm
look like
gonna
I'm patting you
go
on the
ahead and
shoulder. Go on.
English is hard for me,
That's true.
and the fact that they use a whole bunch of other words that I don't understand, just
Big words. I should make this
I take
bigger.
that personal.
Everybody see that, okay? Make it enormous for your old man eyes. Sweaty
Appreciate it.
Philadelphians. That's just what I love to think about all the time. Just sweaty Philadelphians.
I mean, have you ever
Boy.
gone to a hot yoga class? Shit.
No, I haven't. Look, when we all get traumatized by the smell of whiskey breath and stale cigarettes, Tide Pods is an improvement.
Yeah, that reminds me of my childhood.
That's good. All right. Fair enough.
It actually doesn't, but
Me neither, yeah. All right, well, another stupid headline. So thanks, people who do searches on the Googles, for giving us absolutely nothing interesting. But wait, because number 3 is a doozy. You ready
all
for
right, here we
this?
go. No, but let's do it.
Okay. Former CIA analyst, South Korea. This has got to be interesting, right? Let's find out.
The title is already throwing me for a loop, but let's go for it. Let's dive into this one.
Former CIA analyst, South Korea. What do we get? Ex-CIA analyst charged with spying for South Korea.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
she's not bad looking. You know, for a
I
Korean chick.
mean, I'd fall for
Sorry.
the honeypot trick.
Yeah, you would. Yeah,
I
you
definitely
would.
would.
You like
Anybody who
them
knows me would
big
know that.
foreheads.
You know, that's the thing with Hawaii, man. You look around, most girls have big ass foreheads because they keep pulling their hair back so fucking tight.
That's true. They all wonder why they're balding by 40.
Exactly.
All right, so who do we want to read on this? CNN, AP, ABC, Al
AP.
Jazeera.
Let's go with AP.
Gonna go AP. I was gonna go Al Jazeera. They're always unbiased about stuff.
All
All right, all right.
right.
AP News.
I love that.
Former
Okay.
CIA official charged with being secret agent for South Korea intelligence. I got to know something. Like, South Korea is like one of our biggest allies. So why would they need to spy on us?
Well,
Unless they're in cahoots with Kim Jong Un, Kim Ung.
I'm gonna go out on a
What's his
limb
name?
before we read the article and say that sometimes these terms are so broad and ambiguous that it might not be what we're assuming it is. It's probably still bad, but it might not be what we're assuming it is.
Well, you know what assuming does? It makes an ass of you and me. But it's just
Wait,
so much fun.
what are you talking about? I'm always an ass.
All right, valid point. Tiny Rocket Man. That's actually what I was going for there. Yeah, Tiny Rocket Man don't get allies. He gets subjects. I don't know. Well, you know what? He got Putin to buy him a friggin' limo. It was like the Russian version of a Rolls Royce, if I'm not mistaken. Which
Look, when
probably
you
is like
need
the like
troops for the
Russia's
front
version of the
lines,
F-22.
yeah. When you need troops on the front lines, man, you'll take anything,
Oh yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
including
It's probably all
malnourished
armored and
Asians that
stuff.
only eat rice and human flesh.
Especially human flesh, right? No, I will not support the Associated Press. All right, what do we got? Former CIA employee and senior official at the National Security Council has been charged with serving as a secret agent for South Korea's intelligence service, the U.S. Justice Department said. Raise your hand if you trust the Justice Department.
Oh shit! Wait, never mind.
Raise your hand if you're lying about trusting the Justice Department. So only works like 1/8 of the time. Sick, yeah. Yeah, right before it gets shot down by our Patriot missiles.
Fucking senpai's dying over there. I love it.
That's great. Shared band. Oh, you know what I didn't realize? Is this what?
Yeah, I don't know what that is,
Are you
but
seeing that?
yeah, I saw it. It
Uh,
might be a mistake.
well, as if it's no, because the problem is if it's showing that, then it's not showing up in mine because I have it set to not do that. We're gonna have. Can you fix that on your end? Are you able to do that?
I tried looking, and it's only because of Eolis's thing. I think
Yeah, but is it actually showing up as a
I get it inside the box like you do.
I just want to make sure his stuff is actually Adrian, can you see Almighty Senpai's messages there? This is I think what was happening on Robbie's stream for me. I think it's the
Oh,
same thing because it was done. I gotta I'm gonna have to talk with my brother about that. Might explain why he's been so quiet lately. Um,
so okay, gotta go to that channel and just undo it.
well, but it's not that channel though. And I don't. Well, I guess I am a mod for my brother's one. You are too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
unmod him over there, and
uh,
we'll talk to my brother about what the hell that's all about. Anyway,
probably a mistake. You know your
sorry
brother.
about that.
Weird things.
That's messed up. Yo, senpai, I'm really sorry for that. I didn't realize. It doesn't look like your chats are showing up. So Adrian probably thought I was just talking about whatever. Oh, stretch. Oh, Survivor, you're right. I got to do that. My muscles are all tense. I actually did a little bit of a workout this morning. You must have known that. I'm so confused what's showing up where. It's not about what's showing up. It's about what's not showing up, and that's the problem. There he is. I'm just banned or something. Okay, well, it's showing up now. So, yeah, it wasn't that you're banned here. It's that you were banned elsewhere. Um,
Yeah, weird.
We'll have to figure that out because I have no idea what that's all about. Anyway, um,
I'm willing to bet it has nothing to do with Aeolus himself. It was probably an overzealous mod over there.
it could be. Yeah, they've got some people on there a little.
We won't get into that.
No, I'll talk about it later. But it tells me all the time my message isn't posting. It was posting to us, so we could see it, but we didn't realize that nobody else until I actually read your stuff in the box. I was like, wait, why is it saying that in a box?
Yeah,
Yeah,
legit. I think
exactly, Adrian. Too handsome. That's why.
right. Have you ever
Das.
seen this man with a beard? Oh my
Ooh.
god. Men hide your women, and women hide your men.
Women hide your men, right? Yeah. Biden sniping my Twitch account, probably. Probably. He's like, where?
I don't think Biden could spell Twitch, let alone find it on a map with a fucking arrow pointing at it.
Actually, that's probably true. All right, we're in an ad break right now, so they probably can't see or hear it. Well, they might be able to see us, but they can't hear us. So
I hate these ad breaks. Have you ever tried looking at what was trending on X? Some of those are fucking weird.
on X, now I haven't recently. I do
Yeah, some
sometimes,
of
like I do when something big was happening, like when the shooting happened on Saturday. I was like, that was the one thing that was really trending, obviously. So
yeah, just some of the topics they have there. Oh, I disappeared. Where'd I go?
oh, for some reason, anytime I click on anything other than,
My beautiful face.
yeah, I don't know, it's making it kind of hard to. Oh, it's anything on that screen. Okay, so I can't click over to my other stuff on that monitor.
I
Brother,
hate
the
that.
only op Biden has is stairs. That is a fact. 100% facts. That's my president. How dare you speak ill of him? Looking for my 100. 100. I don't know. I got nothing.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna talk shit about everybody. I don't care.
Fine.
I
Don't
just
be
tell
too
people if
mean.
you want to cancel me, cancel me.
Don't be too mean. Hey, welcome back, everybody. All right, that was our first ad break of the day. Can't say it was unexpected. It came up. But yes, top comment of the night, brother. The only op Biden has is stairs. True. Fact. No, APM still not going to give you my money. All right, so Sue Me Terry accepted luxury goods, including fancy handbags and expensive dinners, or so she thought, at sushi restaurants in exchange for advocating South Korean government positions during media appearances. Appearances. I did say it like that. It came out funny. Sharing non-public information with intelligence officers and facilitating access for South Korean officials to U.S. government officials, according to an indictment filed in federal court in Manhattan. Raise your hand if you trust Manhattan courts.
Oh shit. No, sorry.
That's rough. That's rough. So probably she didn't do it.
Or maybe she was doing something just slightly outside of her official capacity.
It was illegal adjacent, I think is what they call it, right? Adjacent.
Yeah, you know.
Nah, no one trusts our justice system, and that's probably
And
a
that's
good
pretty
reason.
sad, you know. Justice is supposed to be blind and fair.
You know, and it's even before the whole Trump witch hunt. You know, I think in a lot of ways, look, I've had to deal with, you know, at least local justice things for little things here and there, and it's skewed. It's not meant to. It's not meant to be a tool of the people. It's definitely a tool against the people. I don't know. All I have to say about that. Do you have anything else to say about that?
I have nothing more to say about that.
Perfect. Let's move on to our primary topic for the evening, or in your case, the morning.
Let me double check. Yep, technically still morning.
Yep, definitely still morning. All right. So on Monday we talked a little bit. Like our last 10 minutes, we finally got around to our primary topic, which was self improvement and motivation. Right. I was just thinking, why don't we talk about the converse of that? right? So what if we talked about barriers and overcoming them? So uh, just as a point of reference, I decided I'm gonna ask AI because everyone should trust robots and AI all the time. I just asked what are the common barriers to success and self-improvement. Do you know what the number one barrier was? Maybe we should start from the
My,
bottom. Should we go up? Should we go like the top 10 from number 10 up?
how honest can I be here?
How honest can you be here?
Yeah, because I'm not sure my
100.
first answer is going to be particularly popular.
Okay, what is it?
Well, if it's based off what AI says, I'm going to say it's probably going to claim race.
Nah, it's not.
What?
It's not. Yeah, race actually doesn't
I'm
make it in
shocked.
at all. And you know, I think probably because this is more of a generic topic, it's not.
All right.
I don't know. I can't see how AI could get it from that. Well, anyway, this isn't like a real AI. I've talked about this before. I use Perplexity, which is a great tool, wonderful tool. Writes really good copy in a lot of cases, but essentially it's an aggregator. All it really does is it says this is the input, and then the output is based on not not active searches or anything like that, but on previous um,
Interesting.
what's the word I'm looking for?
No idea.
Prompts, not prompts. No, prompts. No. Okay. Anyway, look. The point is, it's not really autonomous by any means. It just kind of goes out for the. Oh, damn, Survivor calling me on all these things today. All right, I'll sit up straight. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um. The
I
point
hope that
is,
posture check's not for me because I barely fit in the fucking frame that I got.
yeah, if you were to sit all the way up straight, your head be gone. You don't understand how tall this dude is. Dude's tall. Like I look like I'm leaning up against you. What up, gangster?
Well, you can if you need to.
I'm behind your chair, so we've done that before. It still doesn't work. So in any case, of course, I'm out of focus. My camera doesn't like me
Oh,
moving around
oh,
too much. Makes it hard for it
focus,
to
you
focus.
cameraman's fired. That's it.
No kidding. Uh-oh. Survivor says you got a posture check too.
Yeah, see, I knew it. Yeah,
There you
there's
go.
like there's nowhere for me to go. Like
He's
I'm
like,
gonna break out of my frame if I have to go anywhere.
no, we don't want to do that. We don't want you to break anything.
I break everything all the time.
Focus and Milkman's disappeared. Yep. I did that intentionally to make it focus. So yeah, the number one no, we're gonna go from the bottom up. Okay, indecision
All
is
right,
the
go.
number 10 that AI gave, right? Indecision. So should I do this or should I do that? You know, I want to get better at this, but do I want to do this instead, or do I want to do it this way? Or what do you think about that? What do you think about indecision as a barrier to success or self-improvement?
I mean, 90% of well, my idea is 90% of the people I know are probably indecisive, so I could see that being a problem.
I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it'd be a pretty common barrier. How would you expect to overcome it? What do you think?
But what I usually tell people
Grow
in a
some balls.
situation like that
Be
is,
decisive.
you know, if you have to make a decision, just make a decision, right
Right.
or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, deal with the consequences after. Now, that being said, I'm not saying do anything that would get you arrested. Please don't. Highly don't recommend. But if you got to choose between getting, taking,
Look,
this job or that job, pick one.
there's a
It
risk to
doesn't work out. It doesn't work out.
there's a risk to fun balance that you got to find there. Like, is the risk involved heavier weighted than the fun you're gonna have? And then you can decide if it's worth going to jail for. Big heyo to Air Sunny 93.
Oh, is that
Oh, it's
I think that
Sunny.
is
It's yeah.
I think that's Mrs. Adrian, I
It's
think.
Lady Tempish. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not, I apologize, but I'm pretty 100% sure.
Being decisive is always a huge requirement to find any success. No, absolutely. In fact, I personally would probably put it higher on the list. Like I
Yeah,
said, this isn't my list. This is AI, and everybody knows AI is an idiot. I've
yeah.
seen the movie.
All right. So before we move on to the next one, best advice:
Yes.
just make a decision.
Right.
Whether it's right or wrong, you will deal with the consequences and move on.
Yeah, freaking decide
But,
already.
but at least you made a decision.
Like you're standing in line at McDonald's, you're like, I don't know, do I want a Big Mac or do I want a quarter pounder? Or just freaking decide what you want.
Motherfucker, the
There's
answer is
people
always
waiting.
both. Come on now.
Of course, of course, of course, of course. All right, so
All right,
number
next one.
9 then is this one, and I am going to use a very crass definition because this is something I was taught when I was a LDS missionary in New York.
You were?
Yeah, I was. So
Wow.
procrastination is number 9, and we don't have to even discuss this one, but everyone just needs to know that procrastination is like masturbation. You're only screwing yourself.
Look. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say I'll talk about this tomorrow.
You know what? You know what? Let's deal with this later. You're right. Kick the can down the
Exactly.
road. Number
Just like our
8.
entire financial system right now.
Right. Number 8 is comfort zones. So I'm uncomfortable doing this. This is actually a big one for me personally because I find that whenever I'm trying to improve on myself, but it's fun though. Yeah, it's true. That was great. Thank you. Sorry, I'm looking at chat. I get very easily distracted, which is probably on the list here too. Also, how we just gone glide over the fact you were in a cult. Well, full disclosure, I'm still a part of the church, but we can talk about that another time.
Look, if I'm in a cult, I'm in a cult. At least I made the decision.
I'd love to speak with you sometime about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
I am.
What were we talking about? Comfort zones, yeah. So getting out of your comfort zone. So just like for me, it's like I want to wake up super early and get straight out there and start working out and getting better at things. And then I'm like, but my bed's so comfortable and I like being asleep right now. You know, like anything that what is the saying? So there's a saying about being uncomfortable, right? If it's comfortable, you're not improving or something like that. I don't know. Very profound. I know.
I mean, there's a thing called Google. I'm pretty sure you can find it.
You want to Google that?
I'm
still on Miss Terry Sue. Sorry, Sue Me Terry.
Okay.
Sue Me Terry.
What was it
She
again?
got sued. Quotes. Oops. Fat fingers. Quotes about getting out of your comfort zone.
Oh, you're actually doing okay. I don't have to do it.
All right, here we go. Comfort zones are a plush-lined coffins. When you stay in your plush-lined coffins, you die. If we're growing, we're always going to be out of our comfort zones. So the first one was by Jack Canfield, and the second was by Stan Dale. Two people who I have no idea who they are. So, you know, there's that. Sup, nerds? Sup, Titan? What's going on, my guy? I gotta stop the my guy thing. I don't know where that came from. Like, somebody was saying it, and it, like, got stuck in my head, and it's there now. Comfort is the killer of ingenuity. Yeah, that's true. I like that. What'd you say about micro what now?
I thought maybe you got it off of that song, My Girl, you know?
My girl, my girl.
My girl.
My girl.
All right. Focus.
All right. Some other top quotes for overcoming your... Oh, that's... No. Overcoming fears is not what we're going for. Here we go. John C. Maxwell. This guy I do know. And actually, John C. Maxwell, if you haven't looked into the stuff that he does a lot of professional speaking training and stuff like that. He has a whole thing about it. He says, all growth starts at the end of your comfort zone. I like that one a lot, actually. Like, get to the point where your comfort zone ends and you cross that line into discomfort, and that's where you begin to grow.
Well, you know, this John Cena guy, you know, never seen him.
You've been saying that since the first time we talked. Milk of the man. Yo soy el hombre de leche. Or apparently I'm the leche del hombre in this case. That milkman's a nerd. That's true. Holy, show your age, you two. Yeah, you know what? He's older than me. Just leave it at
Wow.
that.
You're gonna sell me out like that.
Sucker, I'm threw you right under that bus. Thump thump. It was like
You threw that me, and then
boom
that
boom
bus ran
boom
me
boom.
over and threw that fucker in reverse.
That's right, baby.
Damn.
Did you just harmonize to My Girl? I don't know. Did our audio even match up?
Well,
I don't
yeah.
think we were harmonizing. Were we harmonizing? We can. We could be like
Yeah,
the
we were
Makaha
pretty good.
Sons. Let's do Makaha Sons. Let's go.
No, no,
I'm
no.
too white for that.
You're being such a mother. Oh, sorry.
Just edit yourself. Hey, Mr. President, shalom to you as well, my friend. Damn, you gonna let
Shalom
him call you
Shabbat.
old? Like he is gonna let me do that. You know why? Because he can't do shit about it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'd have to fly to Florida to smack that white off your face.
That's true. Hey, don't you dox me. Shabbat shalom to all.
Hey. Florida's a big state compared to Hawaii. I'm pretty sure people could
That's
find me a lot
actually
fucking
that's really
faster than they
true.
could find you.
Yeah. Of course, if I was in Hawaii, I'd stick out like a sore thumb. Actually, if I was in your part of Hawaii, I wouldn't. You probably stick out like a sore thumb. You're the only non-white, non-Asian.
Look, I stick out like a sore thumb no matter where the fuck I go.
All right. Fair enough. Tony
Notice
Robbins, sorry. What?
Tony Robinson. I know that guy.
Now, Tony Robbins says, as you move outside of your comfort zone, what once was the unknown and frightening becomes your new normal. So everybody watch out for that new normal. I like Tony Robbins, actually. That dude's got a face like, y'all remember Jaws from the old 007 movies? Like if he had platinum teeth, like a platinum grill, he'd be Jaws. Unk, right? Cobra, why the hat inside? Titan asks. It's actually raining inside in Hawaii. That's a thing about the state of Hawaii is their condensation is on the inside of buildings, generally speaking.
Look. Just because I made a special appearance here doesn't mean I'm not still outside.
Yeah, that's true, actually. He doesn't have his beach background. I made him take it out for the show.
I had to stand on the porch for this
That's true.
because most of the houses are painted green around here.
As you know, greenhouses don't get shot by space lasers.
I thought that was blue.
Apparently, Hawaii is
Now you're
asking
making me
for it
put for this
again.
conspiracy. God dang it.
It is blue. You're not wrong. Number 7, guilt. What do you think that means? Why is guilt a barrier to self-improvement?
Well, because just like a streamer that I know that used to play a game that very little people played and they blew up because of it. He felt
Not sure
guilty
they
because
prefer to be
all
called
the
little
other
people.
all the other people that also streamed it didn't get that kind of attention and they resented him for it.
They prefer midgets.
Look, I'm not even talking about that. Let's move on. You asked me a serious question. I was trying to give a serious answer.
No,
but
you did a great job.
Fuck it.
That was a good, serious, and you're absolutely right. Another reason, and this is kind of the way I look at it, is this happens a lot in relationships where one of the people or persons or however we're saying it to be politically correct these days, that isn't Titan liked your answer. He says it's an amazing answer.
Thank you, Titanfall.
Is oftentimes
That's so wrong.
okay. Well, shut up.
Wow.
The
Look at this guy is unreal.
the idea that a person is improving makes them feel bad when another person that they care about is not improving in the same way, not because they want them to improve, but because they think that it makes the other person feel bad that they're not improving. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I've been through it. Not
Yeah.
fun.
Well, and a lot of times it can come from the other end, and this is another one. It's actually much further up on the list here. It's number 2 is having no support from other people, and that happens a lot in relationships too. I mean, look at people who are trying to own businesses, who have spouses or significant others who will be like, oh, but you need to focus on these things first. You need to focus on me. You need to focus on this, that, and the other, without taking the time to recognize that that's a part of the way that they're supporting that system.
Oh yeah, especially marriages. That's a big one that this particular thing messes with.
Yeah. Don't make me come in the call and call you out on geography.
I don't understand what any of that means.
I think he's recalling when you didn't know anything about geography in a previous conversation. You said bear
I
traps weird. Did somebody say bear traps? Did you say bear traps?
honeypots?
Honey pots. Bear traps
Bear
don't
traps
start
is
with M's.
Adrian. I'm not of the brain to understand these jokes right
You
now. I
lost
need
us
help.
there. You lost us. I appreciate your participation, but yeah, you lost us.
All right, that's it. I'm opening a monster. I need some fucking caffeine.
Get
This
some
is
caffeine. What kind are you drinking? That had a weird top on it. Let me see that.
oh because it's see through.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's the green screen's doing it. All right, or the
Yeah,
chroma key.
yeah.
Oh,
Normal people just say bear trap.
Okay, all right, there
Help
it
me out
is.
here. Help
Look,
me
there's
out.
a
What is he
lot
talking
on
about?
my screen right now. I can
Oh,
only
there.
think of 50 things at once. You had 51 in there, and all bets
Look,
are
I'm
off.
barely juggling two and a half at this point. To quote Adrian, I got two brain cells left, and they're fighting over third place.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, guilt is number 7. Number 6 is last of trust or skepticism. I don't believe in myself. How could someone like me improve and do great things? Number 5, self-centeredness. I'm
Ooh,
gonna do
that's a
it
good one.
my way. I'm gonna do it my way.
Or I know better than the
I know
person who's telling me.
better. Why should I seek help with this thing when I already know what I'm doing? Um, it's funny actually because a couple of these things match like each other. Like indecision, I think, and procrastination kind of go together. Same with comfort zones. Guilt and self-centeredness, I think, go and pride. Pride is number 3, by the way.
Pride goeth before the fall.
Or so I've heard. Yeah. Number 4 though is perfectionism. You ever have that
Shit.
problem? You're like, I want to do this, or like, I spent a lot of time when I first wanted to start streaming, for example. Um, you want everything to be perfect before you even push the start button. That's
Yeah,
never going to be
yeah.
the case because, and this is what happened with me was, I thought it was all good. I pushed the start button, everything fell to shit. Right? That's how it always goes. It's Murphy's law. But Titan didn't hear you open your monsters, so you might want to hold it a little closer to the microphone next time.
Well, that because that's called rude. I didn't know I was going to be calling every Filipino in Hawaii with that.
It's a good point. Better call them all. We got it fixed. We did. We got things fixed. I'm not talking about today specifically, Adrian. I know. We do have music now, and it's electronic.
Uh,
Um,
you know, if I can interject,
Please do.
a very wise woman I once knew said, "It's not about not messing up. It's about how you recover." So it's okay when shit hits the fan. It's what you do after that matters.
Right. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, perfectionism is a killer. Don't like it's kind of a double-edged sword though. Good job. Thanks, Titan. Thanks for agreeing. I appreciate that. It's a double-edged sword though, because you've got on one hand, you don't need to be a perfectionist, but on the other hand, you can't just be, oh, it's good enough.
You know, a lot of people learn this from the movie The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise.
Never
It
saw
was
it.
one of the things you never did. Okay, well that's fine then. I
No,
can
keep
teach you
going though. I
something
mean,
while
other
I
people probably
share
have.
with everybody. But the Japanese, especially during the age of the samurai, they never felt like they were perfect at anything. You'd have the best swordsmen in the world. They never thought they were perfect. They woke up every morning and strived for perfection, knowing that they would never achieve it.
That's a really good way to look at it. And that reminds me of the Air Force slogan, aim high.
Well, yeah, because they're usually high off their ass.
Well, that aside though, you aim for the moon and you'll always hit the stars, which is actually a stupid saying because stars are further than the moon.
I was gonna say, shouldn't you be aiming for the stars and hoping to fall on the moon? I mean,
Right, like that makes more
but I'm
sense.
just gonna call the Space Force. I mean, I'm sure between the potatoes and tinfoil, they can fill us in.
Right. Oh, samurai post-imperialist Japan. Yeah. Yeah, interesting stuff that is. All right, so
Asians
what do
over
you
here.
think the number one barrier to success or to self-improvement is? According to AI, keep in mind, it's all theoretical.
I'm gonna go with self-doubt, but that's just my answer gonna be.
It falls in the same category. I mean, and that's why I say a lot of them kind of cross over because they say lack of trust or skepticism, which kind of falls into what you're saying there, but also falls into fear, right? And that fear can be a lot of different things: fear of failure, fear of ridicule, fear of the unknown, fear of getting out of your comfort zone and being uncomfortable, which is actually the primary one, that you think that you're not good enough. Exactly, 100%. And that tends to be, in my professional opinion and experience, is we're we're afraid that it might work, and then where do you go from there? And if something works, then you have to keep working at it, and you have to keep going. I saw somebody did this video about Trump, okay, and it doesn't have to be about Trump, but the premise of it was simply that there is an expectation of you, and once you hit that expectation, you can go one of two directions. Is you can go back and everyone sees you as a failure, or you can continue moving forward and become that next better thing. So yeah, and a lot of people are afraid of that. You'd be afraid of success. Well, what if I turn into, like, for example, for myself, for example, okay, one of my biggest things is I want to help small businesses and entrepreneurs. Okay, I don't like the idea of these corporate behemoths that rule everything, including the lives of the people who work for them. And so I want people to be able to grow and thrive in their own businesses and whatever they want. A fear that I sometimes have is, what if in the pursuit of helping these small businesses, I become something so big that I'm just like all these other things. And I know that's ambitious, but at the same time, it's an honest fear of becoming what you hate, right? I don't know.
Well,
That's me personally.
I'm well. Let me say this. This is just my own thoughts on it. Anyone who wants to start a business, period, failure is always an option. And if you get big, it's going to be because you put the effort into it. If you don't make it, it wasn't meant to be. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, right? I mean, if you were helping every business to succeed, everybody would just be in a business at that point. There's always going to be winners and losers, and I hate to say it, but it's the truth.
Well, and I look at it this way because and this isn't to diminish anything that you said at all. Um, I don't believe in fate per se. Like this idea of wasn't meant to be or not meant to be. I believe that we make our own fate by the decisions that we make, and oftentimes when you talk about failure and that kind of a thing, it's either because you lacked consistency, or you didn't prepare very well in the first place, right? Maybe you missed steps, and generally speaking, I like to. I'm a big advocate of owning up to your own, shortcomings, right? So,
Oh yeah.
um,
Now, not being meant to be was not even any kind of fate based thing. It was just a very quick way of saying something came up that you probably weren't prepared for.
right, yeah, and you know what they say is, if you fail to prepare, then you prepare yourself to fail, right? Um,
Or as they say, the multiple P's, right? Proper planning prevents piss poor performance.
bro, that ain't no castle. He wants me to share this on stream.
He's changing the topic of conversation.
All right, yeah, you're gonna have to wait on that. You
I have
can
to
you
give him
please
shit.
show the others? All right, you want so yeah, I mean, but back to the fear thing. As far as that goes, a lot of it is, you remove fear by being prepared, right? Um, and as long as you know you've done everything right, then there's nothing to be afraid of.
No, exactly.
And there's risk in everything, especially in in business and things like that. But um, the way to overcome fear is to be prepared. Plan for the worst, hope for the best, right? I mean,
Exactly. Until people start calling you a pessimist, then I get really pissed off.
no, it's not pessimism, it's realism. The problem nowadays is uh, optimism and over optimism has become the new expectation. And that's why so many people are disappointed. We got an ad break
Yeah, fuck
going.
that. I
Ad
don't have
break,
one.
ad break.
Oh, there it is.
Ad break.
Milkman, while we're in an ad, let me ask you a question that's bugging me now.
Keep dancing.
In that top 10 list,
Yeah.
how many of them have the word fear in them?
Have the word
Fear of this
fear,
world. Yeah.
just the one.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
just curious.
And it's just the word fear. It doesn't define it in particular. It's just fear. So, fear of the unknown, fear of success, fear of what you may become.
Got it. I mean, I kind of feel like that in a nutshell kind of wraps it all up, right? Just fear in general. But
Excuse
it's
me. Yeah.
nice to get a little specific sometimes.
Yeah, well, and that's it because it's so general. Some people might not recognize that it is fear that's holding them back, right?
That's true.
I'm gonna download this picture real quick so I can show everyone.
All right.
Beep,
I
beep,
was
beep,
watching a commercial
beep.
for a foot long snack. $3 foot long dippers at Safe Subway. Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I'm not interested.
We were talking about that on Monday. Welcome back, everybody.
Yay, back.
So, just as a clarification, and kind of to wrap a lot of this up, and Cobra and I were kind of clarifying with each other as you were enjoying that fantastic ad break. Um, I think all of it comes down to fear, and I think Cobra was kind of stating that as well. Is really barriers represent a wall separating the known from the unknown, right? And so overcoming those barriers, whatever they may be, overcoming that fear, whatever it may be, um, is really the path to move forward. It's the path to growth. It's the path to become better. Do you have any final words on that, Cobra?
No, I think that was beautifully said.
Thank you.
You know, I think anybody who's serious about wanting to improve, whether it be any aspect of their life, you have to start with the understanding that it's not going to be easy. Nothing worth doing is ever easy.
Right. I agree with that 100%. Oh, that got huge. My bad. Sorry, guys. I should have done that in studio.
Oh my God.
Should have done that in studio. This is the image. Now that we're doing a little more viewer participation, this is the image that I'm required to share. This is the kind of
What
stuff
the?
that my European friend sends to me. I ask him for
What does
castles. I ask him for castles in Croatia, pictures of castles in Croatia, and this is what he sends me.
a stormtrooper ducky? You know, the problem is
It's a
they miss
stormtrooper
everything they
ducky.
squirt at.
I guess she never has to worry about kids. Stormtrooper ducky. Yeah, that's pretty epic. I'm not gonna lie, man. That's pretty cool. Is that in the house that you're staying in? That's pretty exciting. Well, hey, listen, it has been a really nice conversation. I feel like it's been a good topic of conversation. How do you feel about that? Does it make your heart swell with joy?
Well, I
Leave
mean,
some comments if you want to in the chat there.
yeah, nothing hateful. At least address those to me.
We can deal with it. Don't forget to follow if you haven't already. Subscribe if you want to help support the stream here. One thing I've never really addressed is anything that comes in here on topic of conversation is generally going to be processed right back through the Creators Lounge. So, you know, it helps grow the Creators Lounge. If you're interested in joining the Creators Lounge and you're not a part of it already, please check out that link down there in my crotch there. I mean, down in, oh, actually, it's in Cobra's crotch right now, if I'm not mistaken, right there.
Appreciate it.
Hit that link to the Discord, and we are always happy to enjoy new people. And don't forget to check out the Milkman GG stream Monday through Friday at noon, only on twitch.tv/milkmangg. And we'll be back for another topic of conversation on Friday at 5 p.m. And of course, last but absolutely not least, don't forget to check out Hawaiian Cobra over on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Hawaiian_Cobra.
And they can find all my socials on there.
You find all of
You
the
can interact
socials.
with me on X if you feel like it.
I thought it was Twitter. Is it Twitter or is it X? JK.
It's the platform formerly known as Twitter.
Formerly known as. All right. Thank you, everybody, for your participation. It's been a blast, and we'll see you all on Friday. Bye.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, all right. I'm out.
Let me know we're clear. All right. Just so I can close the window. And